This is the video review for Transformers Power Core Combiners Leadfoot. This guy, I really like this guy. He has, while his fit isn't perfect, his finish is really nice. Like this orange plastic, has a nice sheen to it without being too shiny. And it feels just really nice in hand, really solid. All the joints are nice and incredibly tight. And it's just a really nice figure. He has a nice, though tiny head sculpt. I like his big hands. It's interesting how they made the hands from his alt mode parts. I like when they do stuff like that. And as a Formula 1 racer with the spoiler as part of his foot, he really does remind me a lot of Classics Mirage. To transform him to his combiner chest mode, it's pretty simple. Fold this out, fold this up, and then turn them around. Then you will take the legs, pull them out, rotate them down, like this, and then pull these blue ports down, and then rotate these up. Take the arms down to his side like this. Fold these up, and these out. The same to the other side. And here you have his very nice looking combiner mode. I think this is one of the better chest areas, in part because it doesn't look very much like the robot mode who forms him, because he has a different chest rather than, say, the same chest made a little bit bulkier by the arms, or it's just a lot nicer. Let's go back to robot mode so I can show off the transformation to the vehicle mode. Or actually, no, I haven't covered articulation. I'll do that first. I really like how these are jointed, not necessarily for the posability of the normal robot mode, but it's a clever way to get the legs to look right for the combiner mode. So this is robot mode again. His arms are ball jointed to go forward, back, in, out, rotation above the elbow, 90 degrees at the elbow, and you can move the fingers a little bit, but it doesn't really look right. He also has some motion up here, like this, if you need it. His head can turn. No waist swivel, but I don't really need that. So legs go forward, back, in, out. It's kind of a thigh swivel here. You could use it for some poses, but it's not as useful as it could be. Then you can move his toes here, and then this makes a movable heel, which can really add to his stability. And I really like this robot mode. It looks very evil despite the bright colors. To transform him, pretty simple. You will take the legs, fold these back, fold them up like this. There's a little tab here that will kind of latch in there. Latch, I like that word. They won't really do it, but it's enough to keep them aligned, to keep them from going too far. Then you will tab them together, and the spoilers will go together too. Then you'll hinge these down. Push these into these divots on the side. Straighten out the arm. And then right here, there's a little notch in here and a little tab here. that notch and that tab will go together, and push this, make sure that's all the way back. Do the same to the other side. Take this front, snap it in, fold the wheels out, and then you can leave these back here if you want. They kind of make exhaust that goes back, except that they're angled in. What you're supposed to do is fold them down like that, and I think that looks pretty nice, and it covers the arms pretty well. So I'm very impressed with how these work, and yeah, I mean, it's not, the alt mode isn't as sleek as I might normally like, but it chooses instead to be beefy, and it just feels so nice. It feels perfect. I mean, it does take some doing to get it quite even on the ground, because the arms have quite a few joints in them. The legs have a lot of joints in them. Some of them are hard to get quite right. And then all the jointing in here, then the jointing here. It can be a bit of a challenge getting this to sit straight. And that's actually really my only complaint about this guy. He's a nice Formula One racer car with a bunch of gimmick options to him. Cool transformation, solid robot mode. For the most part, cool vehicle mode. I recommend this guy if you can find him. Thank you for watching. Those are my thoughts.